What's up, guys? This is Zoo, and today we're going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to be doing some Dark Souls PvP. So to start this off, I will just introduce my character, and let's get to it. This will be the character that I'll be using today for the PvP. As you see, looking like a bona fide badass, like a predator demon kind of thing with a big spear. Which, that little thing on the spear used to be a skull. It looked cooler, but you got to break the skull for the spear to work. You know, really nice and cool. So, I'll be demonstrating that. So, let's look at the equipment that I will be using first. And so, equipment here, I'll be using the Dark Santir Spear. Dark, because later in this build, I will be using all dark damage. You won't see me use any dark damage, I don't think. I think I use all sorceries now. But you should see that in the future. That's why, if you notice, all my stuff is, or a lot of it is dark enchanted. Hunter's Black Bow is mainly there for PvE reasons. I don't think I ever use it in the video. Poison Spotted Whip here, +5. It's a nice boss weapon. You get it from Ornifex. I have it poisoned. I don't think I use it in this video, but the reason I use that is if people want to D-up, I can just hit them with my whip and poison them, and that'll force them to drop their defense to either heal or, come and try to kill me. So, that gets them out of that and, makes them vulnerable to my hits. So, just, one less thing I got to worry about, because if they're D'd up, my magic nor my physical will do any damage. Here's the Drang shield. There are better shields out there as far as resistances go, but I like it because it's got the 100% physical resistance. I've used it pretty much since I got it, so that's why I use it. Dark Black Witch's Staff. Again, the reason I use this because in the future I will be using dark damage rather than the sorcery damage, and it can also be used as a staff and a chime. So later when we use dark, some of the spells will require staff, some will require chime. So this will make it to where we don't have to use two separate weapons. I can just have them both in one, and it'll just be less button hits for me. And also it's enchanted with dark again to increase the dark damage. This dark enchantment doesn't do us any good right now. But, because I'm not going to use any dark magic right now. But later, I will be using dark. Now let's look at the rings. Chlorantha Ring +1. I like the stamina regeneration. That's pretty much what it is. Ring of Blades, always a good one if you use physical damage. Increases your physical damage directly. So, there's really not much else to say. Ring of Thorns, a good one for PvP. I don't know if we actually use this one in the video, but it's one I normally use pretty much. It just does damage to people when they attack you. So it can also stagger them, which can save you in some points. Then we move on to this third Dragon Ring here. This pretty much, it increases your health, stamina, and equip load, which, as you see, my equip load right here is at 68.6%. If you played Dark Souls before, you know that once you hit 70% equip load, it slows you down. So that helps me to where I can stay below 70% and move. Then we got the Smelter Demon's leggings here. They're pretty heavy leggings. They mainly look cool. Mainly all my gear here is to look cool. I'm just, going to kind of flip through them and show you what they're about. But yeah, it is really heavy armor. You don't have to use armor this heavy. It could be done with lighter gear because I normally try not to take hits. I normally try to dodge them anyway. So most of the time, you'll notice I don't even have my shield out because I'll just be flipping and rolling around. Mainly, like I said, all my gear here is because it kind of goes together, looks cool, makes me move like a fucking predator. Let's look at my build. As you can see here, my build really has no direction. When I started this character, I wanted to go full Dex build, but then I realized I wanted to PvP, and I was looking up, and Dex alone is not good for PvP, so then I was going to go Dex Int. That's why I got 32 Int. And then I realized, well, everyone does, sorcery or faith or fire damage, so everyone builds resistance to that. Let's go dark damage. So now I need faith. So now I'm trying to get my faith up to 30. So I can do some pretty good dark damage. And once that's at 30, I will switch all my spells to dark. But I also need more attunement for that, because the spells I want to do require a lot of slots, and attunement gives you slots. But other than that, I just kind of got random points, thrown everywhere. Strength up to 25 so I can use the Santier Spear. And I thought about a mundane build for some time. But yeah, that'll get cleaned up later. But for now, let's get right into the PvP, guys. That's all there is as far as build goes. So let's get to the first fight. Okay, first one we'll be fighting a John here. He's a dragon spirit. The dragon spirits and the red signs, the difference is when you summon a dragon spirit, they can heal while they're in there. So sometimes, I fight them, sometimes I don't. I think mainly I fight red spirits in here. But as you see, I'm using sorceries. I use Crystal Magic Weapon and Homing Crystal Soul Mass. And he blocks that, so he doesn't take much damage off of it. And he throws that at me, which I did get hit with glancingly, but it didn't do really anything. And he's doing that, which did a whole lot more damage than I thought of. As you can probably see, this is post-commentary on the fights. See how he healed. Normally it's good etiquette to not heal in a duel. I think that's why, I take the red sign guys over the dragons most of the time. So since he healed, I'm going to pop me a heal, because now I don't feel bad about it. And Santier's Spear with the magic just, rips him apart and completely destroys him. I'm going to cut the video in between some of the fights, because it does take a little bit to find fights. But I will be throwing in all of my losses too. So if I lost during this time period, y'all are gonna see it. So I'm not cutting out my losses or anything, because I'm not the absolute best. I get my ass straight whooped on a couple of these. I don't remember. This may be one of them. I don't think so. I think Sork may have beat me first, because if you notice, I'm hollowed, which in Dark Souls you die, or when you die you hollow a little bit. You see how I kind of look undead and my health isn't at its max. I think Sork was the one that beat me right before I started this video, and then I started recording. Or maybe it wasn't Sork. Maybe it was somebody else. I think it was somebody using the other stuff. But yeah, see, this guy just got ripped up too. He got himself in a bad spot. He got cornered between me and the wall, Santier's Spear, and that was the end for him. There's, no more. So let's move on to the next one with Mr. Bones. And if any of y'all recognize yourself in any of these videos, give a shout out, comment in the video, and all that, if anybody sees this. And so as you see, it takes a little bit to get him in here. And Mr. Bones is in here, but I don't... Oh, there he is. Throw on my Homing Crystal Soul Mass. Come at him. The Soul Mass, he takes that right to the face. But he must have really high resistance, because that didn't do anything. That's what I'm talking about, why I want to go dark, because a lot of people prepare for the arcane damage or the lightning damage. So it's a lot less likely to get someone with dark resistances. So that's why I wanted to use that. And he got me good. That spear kind of tore me up. And not a weapon I have a lot of experience fighting. So good job to him. He did me. Now we're going to go with Taper. Got to go recover my souls. Also, when you play this game, when you die, you do lose all your souls. And your souls are like your currency. You use them to, upgrade your gear, to level up, to buy stuff. So, you always want to recover them. So there he is. He's coming straight at me. He's going to give me time to buff. He bows. It's also kind of good etiquette to bow. I do it sometimes. Sometimes I don't. He bowed, so I thought I would too. And so, let's get it on, Tafer. And see, he takes a couple hits going in. The Santier's Spear again, it's tons of damage. Spin to win. Some people say that's cheesy, but I mean, it's cheesy just because a lot of people don't know how to stop it. Everything in this game has a counter, which is what I like about it. He again got caught by the spear, but pretty much a parry will stop me. I did some earlier today, which is, I'm doing this commentary a day after the video is actually recorded, and I tried to do that spin to win on someone. He just parried it and one-shot me with a critical hit. So, I mean, it's not unstoppable. And see, I summon another Dark Spirit Deshry without running to the bonfire. What the bonfire does is allow me to reset my spell uses. So since I don't have that, I'm kind of at a disadvantage here. And I do believe I end up losing this one. I'm going to blame it on the spells, even though I don't think that's even the reason. She just does a really good job of, hitting me with that, which is kind of ridiculous. I shouldn't have been getting hit by that because, I mean, that is a very, very powerful greatsword with dark damage on it, and she also has it empowered with dark, but it has a really short range. I think that may have been a little bit of lag there, but she did get me with enough of it to, kill me. She gives me the nah, like, don't try to run from me. And now she's dancing around showing out, which is some shit. Alright, here's the next one with EXT. As you see, my total health went down. That is a result of dying. I hollowed more, so my max health is, not as high as it could be. But I didn't pop an effigy because I figured it would be a waste, if I lost another one, then, I just wasted an effigy. I mean, they're not hard to get, but it's just a waste, so I thought I'd be okay. Took that. This guy tried to... Did he try to throw a fucking throwing knife at me? Looks like he's there just getting it. There it goes. I spin. See, the spin is actually pretty easy to dodge, and you can telegraph it because it has a pretty big wind-up. And I pull out my staff. I think I'm going to go to try for another homing crystal mass, but I don't. It looks like we're kind of just at a stalemate right now. Just he's coming at me. I'm not really hitting him. He's not hitting me. I swing the wrong way like a jackass, but I do end up getting him right there, as you saw with the Santiers, and he rolled. That was good. That one pretty much came down to just who slipped up first, and lucky for me it was him, so I didn't, I didn't lose. He kind of rolled again between me and the wall, which isn't good when you're using Santiers for the other guy. Here's Sork. This is the person, because I recognize the hood, that beat me before I started the video. So I don't remember if I win or not here, but she did beat me at least once. Yeah, that's the same outfit and the name. So let's see if I win this one. I know I've already got one loss to this person. We are going to that, and it looks like she's using dagger and pyromancy, which is, the daggers do a lot of poise damage, so they're easy to combo on. As you see, she did like one combo and took out like half my health. And if she'd have tied that pyromancy in, I probably would have died. Like, that was dumb. I rolled right into that. I should have rolled forward. Not sure what I was thinking. Luckily, it didn't do much damage. She didn't use one of the big pyromancies on me. There's Flame Swathe. You definitely want to dodge that. It always does big damage. Spin to win, and she's gone. So luckily I did win there, but like I said, to be fair, I lost to her earlier. So let's go down, reset the spells. Got a dragon scale for that because she was a dragon, bro. And on to the next fight. Guy named Bear. I think I chose to fight this guy because, I mean, if you beat a bear, you're just auto cool. I mean, no one beats bears. But apparently bears, take a while to come in. There he is, so I'm going to go ahead and Soul Mass and Crystal Magic Weapon while he's over there. Because some people give you time to buff, some people don't. I'm going to bow to him because he gave me time. He's using the dragon armor, which also I think looks pretty cool. And luckily he ate that. He did a pretty good job of dodging the Santiers. The thing about it is it has pretty short range. See, there's the parry. See how I tried to spin to win? He just telegraphed it, parried it, hit me with a critical strike, and now I'm pretty much dead. I'm in a really bad spot right now. So anybody that says that, you know, the spin to win or anything in here is OP, everything has a counter. Like, that was a perfect example of how to counter that. Hopefully no one else sees this and, you know, figures it out. Because unfortunately not a lot of people know. Or I mean, I guess fortunately, because I use this weapon. And I really thought that would have hit him, but it didn't. I guess it's just a little bit of lag on one of our ends. Probably mine. And see, he catches me with that slash. And I lose. But he's a respectful fellow. Some people dance and make fun of him, but he's an alright guy. So let's get on to the next fight. Dragonite. I had to fight this guy because Dragonite's always been one of my favorite Pokemon. He's a pretty strong Pokemon, or at least he was. I don't have X or Y yet, so I haven't played him in there. But, I mean, Dragonite's always been pretty strong, so I was like, testing my strength. Let's fight Dragonite. Or what I'm going to assume is the Dark Souls 2, I guess, manifestation of Dragonite. And he's got the dragon armor and all the dragon stuff, so, I mean, he's got to be pretty cool. And apparently Dragonite is no match for Santier's Spear. I don't know why people keep trying to roll towards the wall and they just kind of, you know, wedge themselves in between me and the wall and they have nowhere to go, and that's, you know, that's bad. Because Santier's Spear, its individual attacks don't do a whole lot of damage, but since it's a spear, or it's a halberd that has the attack speed of a twin blade, so it does a lot of attacks really, really fast. This guy, I don't know if you noticed his name was Texas. I'm from Texas. So I had to fight this guy to show who's the dominant Texan. And honestly, I don't remember if I win this one or not. I hope I do. But, here's this guy. He's over there doing his thing. And looks like he's not going to buff up. He just kind of wants to come at me, I guess. He's going to take that. His shield blocks all of my combo, and I'm surprised he didn't get me because I exhausted my stamina. I don't know what he's going to do. He's a big chunky motherfucker. And he got spin down. I'm pretty sure he was going that way to attempt to get a heal off. Or no way, he's a red bro. He can't get a heal off. I don't know what he was doing, but he got caught with the spin. So I am the dominant Texan, which is, you know, cool. And let's move on. Old Atlas, using that big ass curved great sword. That is actually a Dex great sword. So if you use Dex and you wanted to use great sword, ultra great sword, I think the big ass thing over your shoulder, and I think great sword. I'm pretty sure that's technically an ultra great sword. But yeah, so he should be pretty fast and, you know, not like normal great swords. He dodges that pretty well. He takes a couple Santier's hits. I managed to dodge his greatsword. Yeah, it's really, really fast for something that'll do a lot of damage if it hits me. Luckily, I can dodge it pretty easy. Managed to get behind him. What I thought would have been a backstab. Yes, that's massive damage. 2 hits, and I'm pretty much gone. I have to be very careful from this point. Get a nice dodge, get behind him, and Santier's Spear. And yeah, that was a really close one. One more hit of that, and it would have been gone. I had to play really careful. That's pretty, like, crazy how fast that weapon is for how much damage it does. But I guess some people could say that about Santier's Spear. But that's the last one, guys. Remember, 420 praise it. And yeah, that'll be the end of this video. Remember to like,